talk about the new flesh-eating vulva virus that is going around that literally causes sepsis and necrosis of your and appears to eat away at it before basically unaliving you, and it's sexually transmitted. You get it from having, and once you get it, you will catch sepsis from it and you will be no more. I don't think I need to explain to you how bad this is, but I will anyway. So this is a flesh-eating vulva infection. And
hold on. Let's read this article. Let's take our time, because when flesh-eating diseases enter the chat in today's dating market, then I think at that point, it's safe to say that we are reaching the worst possible case scenario for this thing. Published 2 days ago. I don't know. The article looks kind of like legit here. You have Jess Thomas, right? Written by Jess Thomas. That sounds like a real name. It says flesh-eating vulva infections reported in 3 cases. Gynecologists should know the signs, experts warn.
And it has already been 3 cases reported, and they're saying gynecologists now need to know the signs, and you should too. So doctors in the UK are warning gynecologists of the risk of necrotinizing fasciitis on the external genitalia, and it's seeing several severe cases. In a new case published April 8th in the Journal for BM Case Reports, UK doctors described 3 patients who were found to have this necrotinizing fasciitis of the vulva. Ladies, we know what the vulva is. Vulva includes the external female genitalia, such as the labia, and the labia, So, NF, also known as the flesh-eating disease, can arise when certain bacteria enter the skin through a wound, cut, abrasion, burn, surgical wound, or at this point, even a insect bite.
Shit. It says a new case study report published April 8th in the Journal. UK doctors described 3 patients who were found to have fasciitis, I think, of the vulva. The vulva includes the external female. Okay, so she already covered all that. This is insane, man. Yeah.
Mr. Sullivan, who is a professor of microbiology at the immunology at Indiana University, go my school, that NF can occur anywhere skin or tissue is breached, including genitalia. Go on to say that this is being spread through SE, you know what, and once it's on there, those little mites eat away at your vulva and everything involved. So ladies, if there was another time to not touch men, now would be the time. Okay, bye.
To not touch men, she says. If there was another time for everybody to exercise some sexual discipline. You know, I have a weird feeling that there's just people out here who just don't care. It always blows my mind, how people move out here. We're talking about flesh-eating STDs. And, you would think that you wouldn't see people moving the way we see them move. You can't just go around clapping all types of cheeks, giving up yourself to different men, having sex without protection, just all this that we see on a constant basis should scare a lot of people. Well, this video got the attention of like 1 million people, 1 million views. Let's see what the people have to say. Celibate queens unite here. Yeah, right. I hope so. Somebody else who says this bacteria is far from new, but oh boy, wait until we hear about denovenosis, probably another flesh-eating disease. Somebody else who says God is not playing with this no more. Everybody repent, become celibate, and give your life to Jesus. Crazy. I seen a girl prophesy about this in November. Okay. Here's somebody else who says, what the helly? Another person here added, imagine being loyal and getting cheated on. Somebody else who says, I'm sure a scientist created this because he got cheated on. I mean, this obviously encourages any STD, right? Did you really need this? I think if you needed this, then I guess you got your wake-up call. But there's just so much out there. I mean, just the normal stuff, HIV, that should be enough to get you to calm down and slow down and exercise some sexual discipline out here. And this is on both ends, right? This is on both sides. People are moving crazy out here. Somebody else who says smiling and celibacy. Here's somebody else who says, so glad I'm celibate. Another person who says, why is Tiger Woods in the background? I think that was probably just like an ad or something like that. Yeah. That's insane. This commenter here says it's a bacterial infection that can affect any part of the body, including while it is life-threatening, it's not an STD. Let's see what Miss Coffee has to say about this. Miss Coffee, what can you tell us about what we're talking about right now?
It's a rare but extremely dangerous bacterial infection that spreads fast and starts destroying your body's soft tissue like it's mad at you. Folks call it the flesh-eating disease, and unfortunately, that name ain't just for drama. What is it? It's a severe infection that kills the tissue under your skin, like fat, fascia, and muscle covering. It moves quickly, and without immediate medical attention, it can lead to amputations, or even death. No sugarcoating that. What causes it? It's usually caused by group A strep bacteria, but sometimes it's other types. The wild part? It doesn't need a big wound. Just a small cut, scrape, or even a bug bite can be enough for those bacteria to sneak in. What does it feel like? This ain't your typical my cut's a little sore kind of situation. The symptoms escalate fast, sudden severe pain way worse than the injury looks, swelling, redness that spreads like wildfire, skin turning dark, blistering, or even dying, fever, chills, confusion, like your body's crashing. You'll know something is very wrong. It's not subtle. What's the treatment? You're headed straight to the ER, no detours. IV antibiotics immediately. Emergency surgery to remove dead tissue. Sometimes it's so aggressive that part of the body has to be amputated to save your life.
Damn.
Time is everything here. Bottom line, straight no chaser. It's rare, but it's real. If you've got a cut that suddenly starts hurting like crazy, swelling up and turning colors, don't second guess it. Go. Get help.
My next question is there cases of people getting this through STDs? And before Miss Coffee answers here, guys, this is why, like, I will always push the fact that sleeping around is unhealthy for both men and women. And there are people out here who don't agree, especially if you're somebody who eventually wants a healthy relationship, right? Sleeping around is not good. Excessive chasing women, focused on sex, effing everything you see in sight has its consequences. And as much as you want, this is the crazy thing about life, right? Is as much as you want to sit there and say no, men can get away with it, and women are the only ones who should exercise sexual discipline. Life teaches you very, very quickly. Or sometimes it takes time, but it will. Is Coffee, you there?
Whew. All right now, darling, this one's a little spicy and a little scary, so let's get into it.
All right.
Real smooth. Can someone get necrotizing fasciitis from an STD?
Yes.
Short answer, not directly. But there's some yes-ish and no-ish in there, so
Okay.
let's break it down with a coffee brewing strong. No, necrotizing fasciitis isn't an STD. It's not something that's sexually transmitted in the way we think about chlamydia, gonorrhea, herpes, or HIV. You're not catching it just from unprotected sex with someone who has it. It's not passed that way. Yes, but sex can be a gateway. Now here's where it gets real. Necrotizing fasciitis can develop after sexual activity if bacteria enters through a cut, sore, or lesion near the genitals. Post-surgical sites like C-sections, episiotomies, open wounds from rough or unclean sex, infections like Fournier's gangrene, which is basically necrotizing fasciitis that hits the genital and groin area. And yes, it's real and serious. It's rare, but if someone has weakened immunity, poor hygiene, or an untreated STI that causes skin damage like advanced syphilis or herpes with open sores, those breaks in the skin can invite in the wrong kind of bacteria. So, in technical terms, sex didn't cause it, but it opened the door for it.
Got it.
Important to know, it's not about being dirty. It's about vulnerable skin and exposure to bacteria, especially if there's friction, injury, or tears involved. And your immune system plays a big part too. Folks with diabetes, compromised immunity, or who are post-surgery are at higher risk.
Interesting. Wow. Very interesting, and also should be very sobering. Be careful out here, man. Be careful out here. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.